Hey crafters, and welcome to another video with amymakesthat here on my YouTube channel. I am so thrilled that I'm finally able to record this video, and it is on how to calibrate your Cricut machines. Whether you have the Explorer machine or the Maker machine, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process of how you can calibrate your Cricut machine and make your stickers cut so much better. I highly suggest for anyone that has bought their Cricut to calibrate it immediately so you don't have to waste all of this sticker paper that you bought just for the Cricut to not cut it evenly. So this is the before. As you can see, the Cricut sticker is really off. It's not even. Oh my god, that's a joke. That's bad. Oh no. We're gonna fix you. There's supposed to be an even white border around this. It's just basically all white here and then nothing over here. And you're just gonna have to watch this video until the end to see the result because, oh my god, what a difference. If you enjoy Cricut content like today's video, project tutorials, craft business tips, anything about the Cricut, then please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and also follow my social media links that will be in the video description. All right, let's stop talking and help you calibrate your Cricut machine. So in order to calibrate your Cricut machine, you're going to open up Cricut Design Space and click the top left corner, those three lines, and find calibration on the left-hand side. I bet you didn't know it was right there. The next screen that's going to pop up is the machine calibration. If you do have the Maker models, you will have three options, but if you have the Explorer models, you will have just the one, which is the print then cut option on the right-hand side. When I made my basswood name tags, I did calibrate my machine with the knife blade beforehand, but today we are learning to calibrate with print then cut projects. So I'm going to click the print then cut button. Then it's going to ask you to connect to your printer and print the calibration sheet. So you must have a printer accessible that can print the Cricut calibration sheet. So I'm going to send that to my printer. You'll print that on regular printer paper. Don't need to do cardstock or sticker paper or anything. And this is what it looks like. So it has the main box that usually is formed when you are making stickers, that big rectangle box, and then it has a smaller rectangular box and then an even smaller square. So this is from later on in the video after it made some cuts, but again we will get into that very soon. Then you're going to want to connect your Cricut to your device, your phone, laptop, computer, whatever you're using today. If it doesn't connect, which this happened to me, I did everything. I turned off my computer, I restarted it, I restarted Cricut Design Space. I actually had to delete Cricut Design Space and then re-download it, and then it connected. And then it's going to ask you to place that calibration sheet onto your Cricut mat and then insert it into the Cricut. So I'm starting off with my Maker 3 machine today. I think this is the first tutorial with my Maker 3. Sorry I didn't get a good enough angle, but I'm pressing that calibration sheet down onto the mat, and then this screen is going to pop up. It's the same exact process for basically any Cricut project. Make sure you have the fine point blade in clamp B, and then you will press the arrow button. So I press the arrow button, and then the Cricut is going to measure the entire mat. And after it's done measuring, we can click the Cricut logo button, aka the go or play button. And look at how fast this thing is. Some people said that the Maker 3 was only fast with smart materials, but do you see how rapidly fast this thing is? Like, compared to my regular Maker, I'm just blown away with just the technology on this thing. So the first step is the Cricut is going to scan the entire calibration sheet as it does with any print then cut project. It will first scan and then it will cut. So the first cut is that small tiny square in the middle. Then this is so important, guys. Do not unload your mat. Do not press the arrow button. Do not unload it. You're going to keep it in your Cricut machine, and it's going to ask you if that cut was accurate. It gives you an example on the left-hand side what a correct cut should look like and what an incorrect cut should look like. So I'm going to head over to my camera, and it did not cut it perfectly. It was a little off and kind of hanging off on the side. So I'm going to press no. If you did press yes, it would then skip over those 21 lines on the top and right hand side, and it will cut that big rectangle. But since we pressed no, it's going to cut 21 times, but 42 in total. Then from there, it's going to ask you pick the correct letter and pick the correct number in which it gave you an even cut. And again, it gives you an example on the left-hand side. You don't want anything that's too underneath or to the side of that line. It needs to be exactly in the middle. Bringing my camera over here, and it looks like K and J are pretty accurate, but J looks the best to me. So I'm going to select J, and then I think the top I choose 10. I think that's what I choose. 10 and J looked the best. So I'm then going to choose the top line and scroll down to 10, and then pick J. Then the last step in the calibration process is that it's going to cut that middle-sized rectangle, which is known as the confirmation cut. Now, for some reason, if the confirmation cut is not good, you will go through the same process again and press no. You'll print another sheet and keep calibrating your machine until it is completely accurate. But in this case, it cut the rectangle pretty good, and it gave you a thumbs up, so we are going to click yes, and that ends the calibration. I repeated the same process for my regular maker machine, and you'll be interested to see how accurately both of these machines cut after doing the calibration. The Cricut Maker 3, I only did one calibration, and the regular Cricut Maker, I did one as well. I didn't do multiple. So again, it's going under the same process. It's scanning. It's going to cut that tiny little square in the middle. Did not cut it even, so it's going to cut those dashes on the top and right-hand side. I'm going to select the right letter and right number, enter those numbers into the Cricut on my laptop, and then it will cut that big rectangle. Now we're going to actually test our calibration and see if it really worked with some stickers. I made these cute smiley face designs in, of course, neutral colors, and I'm going to cut some stickers with both of my machines. The first machine is the Cricut Maker 3. You can see I'm reusing my sticker paper because we do not like to waste any. It's going to scan the stickers and then cut them, and I was pretty shocked to see the results. This is the after. It's not completely even, but looking at the before and after, what a difference. And if you calibrate your machine again, which I did do off camera, it will have a clean cut. So we're going to do the same process for my Cricut Maker. I know for a fact that my regular Maker was not cutting evenly, and this is where I was pretty shocked. This is the most even, cleanest cut I've seen my Maker do, and I've had this machine for quite a few years. Again, this is the before and after, the before on the left, the after on the right. So this is your sign to please calibrate your Cricut machine as soon as you get your Cricut before you start making print and cut projects. And I hope this tutorial helped you. Now let's close out this video. And that is how you calibrate your Cricut machines. Can we just give a round of applause for the Cricut finally cutting my stickers right? Like, look at the difference between the two. I know it's hard to tell because my fingers are kind of covering it, but look at how even this white part of the circle is compared to here. So please comment below if this video helped you, and if you have any troubleshooting or problems, please also comment that as well, because I did come across some issues when I was calibrating my own Cricut. I posted on my story that it wasn't connecting to my Cricut. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and click my subscribe button to see more Cricut content. And don't forget to check out my other social media links in the video description. I hope you're all having an amazing day as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!